Hello, Oracles. Oracle Tim here from Oracle Investments. Today was an ugly day. Sure was. Looks like a bunch of the inflation news, CPI data, PPI data kind of settled in, and we went quite red as the day went on today. Now, as far as I'm concerned, lots of FUD. Lots and lots of FUD and market manipulation going on right now. And I think yesterday's reaction to the CPI was kind of like, having a child with a poopy diaper. You go over there and you're like, smells like it's a poopy diaper. And you check and sure enough, it is. Hey, you weren't sure. You got the clarity you were looking for, so hey, you know what's going on, but at the end of the day, it's still a poopy diaper. And I think that's what ended up happening today was the market is realizing inflation's still high, we still got a poopy diaper, and we've still got to clean this mess up. And unfortunately, what ends up happening with this is the market and big money sees this opportunity to take advantage of retail investors and emotions. And this is where they play the FUD game. And they play fear, uncertainty, and doubt. They kind of give us head fakes and say, hey, we're okay with the market, we're okay with the inflation data, you can go ahead and buy now. And us as retail investors go and say, ooh, I'm gonna buy because inflation came in as expected. And then, they pull the rug out from underneath us. And the prices drop out, and now we get scared. Oh, how far is it gonna fall now? So we start selling and selling. They start triggering our sell orders, and then they can bring the market down further. But why do they do this? They do this because they're trying to get a very low price. They're trying to free up a bunch of the stocks that are out there by having all of us retail investors sell out of them so that they can buy in super low right before they decide to run the market back up again. And because they have given us several head fakes over the last couple of weeks, when they do actually start to run the stocks up again, a lot of retail investors are going to be hesitant to buy in because we're like, we remember what happened the last couple of times. We started to buy and then all of a sudden the prices fell out. So they're hesitating. This gives big money an opportunity to buy more and more. And then before you know it, the stocks really are on a rally. And by the time we buy into these stocks, they're now halfway up the rally and our gains may still be there, but they're not as good as they could have been because we were hesitant. And so what big money does on days like today is they're just shaking out the weak. They're shaking out the people who have got, emotions on the line, people who are scared of the market situation. They're like, we don't know what's going on. You see all this inflation, FUD going on all over the internet, all over the news, and when it comes to Tesla, we saw a Cybertruck FUD, and we'll get into that in a minute because that was ridiculous, but it gave us a great buying opportunity. And so what can we do to combat this? Well, we've talked about it many times before, making sure you've got some cash reserves or cash plays or some protection maybe with stops on some of the stocks that you're profitable on, just so that you have the cash on hand to be able to take advantage of these FUD moments. And for me, I am going to personally change FUD to FUDGE. Fear, uncertainty, doubt, grief, and envy. Because when you put all these together, you want to buy FUDGE. I like FUDGE. I want to buy FUDGE. And so when the market is going into FUDGE territory, it reminds me to buy because I want FUDGE. And when I buy FUDGE, I then eat it and I'm happy. And so what I'm going to do in the market, when we have moments like this, I'm going to remind myself of FUDGE because I'm going to buy it and I'm going to eat it. And then what's going to happen? Well, big money's going to run the stocks back up again and I'm going to be happy that I bought my FUDGE. And so how long do we have to buy FUDGE? I think we have about another week. I think mid next week, we may start to see this turning around. Honestly, nobody knows how to time the market, but just looking at timing between earnings, starting with banks, us getting into the tech earnings later this month, Tesla is on the 26th. I think we're going to see that starting to turn around and big money will start to run the stocks up into Q4 earnings. But because this year seems like it's going to be very much a trading market type of year, I don't think we're going to have rallies that last very long. But I think the rallies that we do have are going to be sharp. I think they're going to go up very fast. And if you're not in early, you may miss out. Again, anybody who's holding long and investing long term, this is just a time to hold. Hold, buy when it goes red. When it starts to go up, just hold back and wait, because I have a feeling we're going to have a very roller coaster ride type of year this year. And so now, specific FUD on Tesla, and I wanted to mention it because it was totally ridiculous. And several of you were asking me on Twitter, what's going on with Tesla? Why is the market down? Well, the whole market was down. NASDAQ was down even heavier. Strange because the 10-year was also down. So again, this is why I think it's more market manipulation than anything. And so what ended up happening with Tesla is it usually swings more than the broader market anyway. And Tesla had, if any of you are on Twitter, news coming out about the Cybertruck maybe not even happening now, or the delay because on the website they took down the date of, coming in 2022. Sawyer Merritt had mentioned this a month ago. I noticed it when I registered for my Cybertruck in November, but I didn't even know because I had never even looked up the Cybertruck, so I didn't know what existed before. So since November, the Cybertruck website hasn't had a 2022 year on it. And this update has been going around for a while. Personally, I think they took it down because once we get the roadmap at Q4 earnings, they're going to update it with actual release dates. So I think it was just a website thing, and they're taking it down temporarily. I don't think this is going to be a delay till 2023. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's what's going on. And the Cybertruck is obviously still coming because we just saw videos of the prototype, the latest prototype, driving around. They wouldn't be spending their time and money on doing that if it wasn't actually coming. So when I look at FUD, or my FUDGE, when I look at FUDGE like this, I'm like, all right, this is a great buying opportunity because I know that this is all just BS. And we are really going to be getting a Cybertruck, and we are really going to be coming out of this, down cycle. Great time to buy. And the more it goes down, the better opportunity you have to buy more. And if you look at the market going all the way back to well before the Great Depression, guess what? Every single time the market has gone into deep red territory, it has always come out. We will always turn around what we are in when it's red. Even the Great Depression. Yes, it took World War II. Yes, it took many years to come out of it, but we came out of it. And that was the Great Depression. The recession that we had in 2008, 2009, many stocks and the broader market took a few years to come out of it, but some of the tech stocks like the Apples and the Amazon shot right out without a problem. So regardless of whatever fudge we are feeling in the market, we are going to come out of this, which is why those are the times you want to buy. Because when we are in the darkest, reddest times, that is when you're going to multiply your investments even more, and you'll get a greater return on that investment. And realistically, if we get into times like a Great Depression or even the recession, thinking about even COVID when we hit that sharp down spike, the things that are going on that are causing it are way more significant than the actual market itself. And if you are getting through those things and still investing during those times, you're going to come out a lot greener on the other side. And so with what we are going through now, it is just pales in comparison to, the big things that we had going on before that we have come out of. So yes, it stinks. Yes, it hurts to be red. But if you change your attitude from grief to fudge and buying exciting fudge, then you're going to be fine. You're going to come out of this happy that we went red. You're going to be grateful because you took advantage of these opportunities. I know I talk with many of you on here, and you have that attitude, and that's phenomenal. I struggled to get there. I still have moments myself, but you get there, and you're going to get through it. And I guarantee you we're going to come out on the other side so much happier and glad that we took advantage of these opportunities instead of letting the fudge take a hold of us. Let me know in the comments below. Are you guys excited to buy some of this fudge before we go green and start running ourselves up into Q4 earnings? Again, we don't know if it's going to happen. Strongly believe it is. We're not going to go down forever. And coming into Q4 earnings, seems like we're going to see some fudge turning around. So Let me know if you guys bought some of this. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. Follow me there for all the latest Tesla news, stock market news, as well as I will put all of my trades on there as I make them over the course of the day. I bought quite a bit of Tesla today. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Have a great one.